Tyrann Matheiu is one of the big names left out there, free agent. He had visited his hometown team. And according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, the all-pro safety is expected to sign with the Saints. The deal is expected to be finalized in the coming days. Now, the Saints did not draft a safety in the draft, but they did sign veteran safety Marcus Maye. Now, this you see from the NFL account there. Matheiu was tied for 5th in the league with 13 interceptions over the last 3 seasons with Kansas City. However, he was expendable when the Chiefs ended up signing Justin Reid to a 3-year, $31.5 million contract in free agency. He has 26 career interceptions, returning 3 for touchdown. 76 passes defended as well, 610 career tackles. So Tyrann Matheiu, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, is going to be playing for his hometown Saints.
Hinges on Jameis Winston. It hinges on a Sean Payton-less Saints team. We appreciate you. We're going to chew on this for a little bit here. They lose Marcus Williams in free agency, and now they add an all-pro. And you named all the accolades. He was awesome last year. He still has not turned 30 years old. He's been looking for a home. It is a leader that you're bringing in right away. So, yes, I like their draft. Trevor Penning, loved that pick. Love Chris Olave. They get their burner. Michael Thomas, if he looks good, we're good. We're good if Alvin Kamara looks good. It's the coaching in Jameis, but I do love the pick of Tyrann Matheiu, or the bringing him home. I think he was out there too long. Yeah,
and it's like one of these things where the investment is what it is, and it's a no-brainer. You can add another great player to this team, and just when everyone thought that this might be a rebuilding, they don't rebuild in New Orleans. Like, this is a never rebuild plan, and the fact that they traded up to get another first-round pick so that they can get Olave and Penning. If you thought the Saints were going to take their ball and go home when Sean Payton left, you're wrong. They're still all in. And remember, they're 4-0 against Tom Brady in the regular season. This is another guy who has given Brady fits. Tyrann Matheiu is a good football player. I think he makes a difference in the NFC South.
Well, the only thing that can stop Josh Allen is the flip of a coin. The only thing that can allow Josh Allen to do whatever he wants is the injury of a safety. Tyrann Matheiu gets injured in that Chiefs-Bills game that we looked at as the greatest football game of all time. It played a huge part in why Gabriel Davis scored 4 touchdowns and Josh Allen was making majesty. That's the biggest endorsement you can possibly give for Tyrann Matheiu. Is the second he went out of that playoff game, the Chiefs defense couldn't find its own hands on their arms. They had nothing. I would also say the Saints defense is a unit that matters in this league. It is one of the most important defenses because of how veteran they are, how explosive they are, and how much they like to tune up Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So the fact that they got a weapon who, by the way, has gone face-to-face with Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and exchanged 4-letter words, will be fired up to face him first time the Tampa Bay comes to New Orleans. I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it is, too. I think that we're talking for the last 2 years about the Saints and their losses. No Drew Brees, no Sean Payton, no Teron Armstead, no Marcus Maye, no Malcolm Jenkins. Think about the replacement, not just of on-field production for those 2 safeties, but the personality of Matheiu, the leadership. This is huge. Getting Trevor Penning to fill that void that Teron Armstead left, absolutely. And for Olave at wide receiver, this is big right here. And I think for Tyrann Matheiu, it's great that it happened after the draft. This is the perfect timing. Yes, I feel like it was a long wait for him, but he waited to see how the draft played out. So he's, all right, you know what? This is a great fit. It's a great opportunity. And that leadership is going to be welcomed on that defense with the void of Malcolm Jenkins.
And with the state of the NFC, you can't tell me with the moves that they made that they're not in the playoff conversation. At the very least, they're in the NFC.
The Honey Badger comes home.
I love it. I really do. I like it for them.